Welcome to the Billionaire Journey Podcast. My name is Shola Matthew. Today, we're going to be talking about 5 ways to build trust and credibility with your customers. This is important that we do today because on yesterday's episode, we discussed different ways by which you can increase your sales, and one of this method is actually to increase or build trust and credibility with your customers. So we want to discuss that into a bit of a detail today. You see, trust is a crucial factor in sales process. As you all know, customers are more likely to buy from someone they trust. Or maybe you should think back and see, have you bought something from someone you don't trust? It doesn't usually work that way. So how do you build trust with your customers? Number 1, be transparent and honest about your products or services. Don't make false claims or promises that you can deliver on. It's sad to just buy a product that says it will do A, but it's doing B. This will only lead to disappointment and mistrust for your customers. So please, when you're creating your product or when marketing your product, ensure that you say what your product will do and ensure that it does what it says it will do. Second, be reliable and consistent in your communication and follow through. I was reading a book recently. It's All Marketers Are Storytellers. Basically, it says liars, but cross it. So it says all marketers are storytellers, right? And this book actually, it's written. Yeah, the book is written by Seth Godin. It's written by Seth Godin, and it says that if you begin to tell your story in a consistent way, right? Of course, the story should be genuine, but it should be consistent. People believe it, even if it's a lie. And it's true, so make sure that you are reliable and consistent in your communication and follow through. If you say you're going to do something, make sure you do it. Just to show your customers that they can count on you and that you value their time. All right. So the third way to increase or to build trust and credibility is to demonstrate your expertise. We've said this a couple of times. Demonstrate your expertise. This can be done through education and certifications, right? As well as by sharing your knowledge and experience with your customers. For example, let's say that you are selling something on Fiverr, let's start with Fiverr. You're selling something on Fiverr. One of the ways to demonstrate your expertise in your field is if you have a certification, upload it, or put that you have the certification there. Let's say that you're into makeover or you're into the nutrition sector. One way to demonstrate your expertise is to have a certification, maybe from the government or from a recognized body. Another thing is to share your knowledge for free. All right. You can have a blog, you can have a podcast, you can have a YouTube channel. Just ensure that you share your knowledge. Not just with anybody, but exactly with your customers. One of the best ways to do this is through email marketing as well, right? Share your expertise with your customers. Number 4, use social proof, such as customer testimonials and case studies to show that others have had success with your product or service. This helps build credibility and reinforces the value of your offering. Finally, which is the number 5, is be genuine and authentic in your interactions with your customers. Don't fake it. This will establish a personal connection and build trust over time. Be authentic. If you speak in a way, please continue to speak in that way. Don't fake it. Don't try to mimic or copy other people. I'm not saying that, the way you speak might not change eventually. For example, one who lives in Africa, like Nigeria, for instance, there's a way that Nigerians speak. But let's say the same person moves to the United States, right, and spends a lot of time there. There's somehow, your intonation, your tongue, your accent is gonna change, and that is not faking, right? It's not like you're trying to just mimic someone. So these are the ways by which trust and credibility are built. And remember that this takes time. you know Trust takes time. Credibility might be instant sometimes, but trust takes time. People take time to trust you, so don't be in a rush. Okay, but at the same time, these 5 steps are going to really help you. So building trust and credibility with your customers is essential for success in sales. By being transparent, right, reliable, knowledgeable, and authentic, you can establish lasting relationships with your customers and close more sales. I hope that today's episode of the Billionaire Journey Podcast has been helpful to you. If you have any question, please send it to podcast@thebillionairejourney.com. And if you would love to be our guest, we'll be taking our first guest at the 101 episode. So apply to be one of our guests. Just send an email to podcast@thebillionairejourney.com. Tell us why we should host you as a guest on this podcast. And who knows, you might be our next guest. All right? Okay. Or you might be our first guest, so to say. All right. So look forward to seeing you then. Bye for now.